what's the way to move the ball here? I kind of have a weird feeling that Jalen's going to run the ball like crazy this week because he loves shutting up reports, and they were asking him about it, and he's like, I don't know where that report came from. I'm like, dude, look at your production. What do you mean the report where to come from? Look at your production since week 4. Your production on the ground is lower in the last 8 games than it was in the first 4.
Without further ado, we bring our friend Big Z, Zander Krause in. How you doing, bro?
What's up, Big Silz? How you living, brother? What's that?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. How about them Cowboys?
Yeah.
I
knew it.
How about them Cowboys?
Hey, watch this.
Dropped on their head last night. So
how about this? Football gods, just when you pull me in, you make me realize who the fucking Cowboys really are.
I know. It's like,
fuck, man, they do it to you every day.
It made me look like an asshole. I'm like, all right, I'll be objective. I'll give you credit. You had a good 3 weeks. Dak's playing good football, and you get 44 dropped on your dome, all right, on prime time. I'm done with you, all right? Shut the fuck up, Cowboy fans. I know you're all in the chat listening. I gave you enough love this year.
You're back to who you are. You're back to who you are.
No, but I do agree with you is that a lot of Eagle fans sometimes use the Cowboys sucking to make them feel better. We didn't show anything yet about ourselves, all right? We got a big game on Monday, and we're missing our 2 best trench players, all right? Jalen Carter and Lane Johnson. Let's see what happens.
How about Brian Branch, man? Achilles torn.
Oh, dude, I hate to see injuries like that for anybody, man. That Lions team's banged up though, dude. That team they've lost some really significant players going into part of the year where that's one of those teams, Sills, where I think everybody respects what the Lions have been able to do in terms of the last couple of years. That's one of those teams that they're not having the best regular season, but that's a threat in the playoffs. That team. And with all these injuries now, I think that threat is lessening pretty quickly, by the guys that are losing.
I want you to hear this, though, when I say this, and I want this to be understood. Hey, good for Philly. And you know what people are going to go? You wishing for injuries? Yeah, that's right. No,
yeah, you're right. It's an objective part of the game that you got to look at. I mean, even
it's the war of attrition.
That, by the way, I hate watching head injuries. It's literally, I love watching football. I hate watching head injury. It makes me squeam. I don't know why. I get squeamish with it, dude. And watching CeeDee Lamb's fingers yesterday reminded me of that Tua. So, I hope CeeDee's all right. But again, anyway, to your point, Cowboys are going to struggle without him. George Pickens looked like Pittsburgh Pickens again. That was not very good. I don't know
what he was moaning about either, Mag, because that looked bad. How about this, Zander? I was on the field once when a player got hit like that, and all you heard was this. And I don't know if the crowd could ever hear it, but he got hit. He was on the ground. His feet and his hands went up. Like, them. You've probably seen him in the hockey, like we know on the ice, because you can't catch your breath.
Yeah.
You just can't catch it. And you're sitting there, and it's the reality of football, dude.
I know.
You hear it and you see it.
You're a little bit more ruthless about it than I am, but that's all right. I get it. I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, you look it down and you're like, and you hear some veteran guy go like this, motherfucker can't catch his breath. Somebody better help him. I'm going like, I'm turning around going like, these veteran guys, man, they see that shit all the time. That's always a tough look, though, especially when you see a player like that in that condition. And I do too. I'm with you. Like, every time I see Tua out there, I'm always thinking about that. All right.
No, I mean, like, ACL suck, but like, it's a knee.
Not
you can replace a knee, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I just get a little squeamish about the head stuff because the brain injuries are a big problem. But whatever, it is what it is. It's part of football, man. Unfortunately, I hope CD's all right.
Me too, man. All right, what are you making this Jalen Carter story now?
I mean, I'm more focused on the fact that he's out of the game. I think there's a lot of interesting, comments on Jalen Carter. I thought, John, I'm happy you picked up on it because listening to you rehash what he said made me rethink about what he said. Like, they're not happy with how many snaps Jalen Carter's gotten. Defensive tackle.
Who do you mean they? Who do you mean they?
His representation. Yeah, Drew Rosenhaus and, the guys that represent him. That's a position where really nobody in the league, doesn't rotate. And the Eagles last year, like they really didn't rotate. He had the most snaps of an interior defensive lineman by far last year, over 1,000. He had 1,060 snaps. So now the body's breaking down a little bit, and I'm sure Drew's like, yo, I get it, but you guys got to go and get some other bodies. Don't destroy my client. Now, it's two sides. The Eagles are like, I don't give a shit. We got to win games. Drew's like, I got to get him a contract. So I get that, but I'm more looking at it as Monday night. What's that?
Well, the conversation has to be had because, and I'll tell you why. How many times did you tell me throughout the entire season, well, Silz, you can't pay everybody because you got to pay Carter coming up. That's why we allowed guys to leave the defense, is because we were all in anticipation that there's going to be a gigantic contract signing coming up in March, and that they were planning for this to pay him a new 3-year contract extension, which meant no Josh Sweat, no contract for Milton Williams, all those other guys. It was money decisions, and that's why John's famous line of Timu became fabulous and famous, because this was all under the basis that Carter was going to show up like he did a year ago. Well, that's not happened. And you know what that means now? They built it on a false premise.
Well, I think, remember, GMs have to do a different job because they do have to project. I know you always say potential is not a word we like. You're a football guy. That makes sense as a football guy. When you're a GM, in a way, dude, your job is based on potential, right? I mean, you bet a lot of your money
and projecting.
Projection and potential. So I get it from that perspective where the Eagles were preparing for it. Now, I like this rebuttal right here. Who in the chat just said it? Jim Adams. Hey, Rosenhaus, how many snaps did he play week 1? Exactly, Jim. Good response. And remember, the other thing is that we talked about this yesterday. Drew's probably the guy who made him sit that Giant game with the heel.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. So they're protecting him. I almost wonder if it was intentional to do it at this time, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, I had a conversation with Dr. Chow last night, even after we had him on. I asked him if it was injury. He goes, it's discomfort. MRI came back and probably had no structural damage. You do those plasmas when you don't have structural damage.
Yeah, right.
So he's not injured. What do you make
of that? I don't know.
You
think it could be structural, but they didn't want to go through that in the middle of the season?
Remember what Doctor said? Dr. Chow said this. He should have probably taken a cortisone shot. Now, he did also preface this by saying, I haven't seen the MRI.
Yeah, remember, he did say that very clearly. I don't want to put words
that he hasn't seen it. But, I mean, if you got a guy with injury, wait a minute. If you got a guy with structural damage in his shoulders and you're going to want to pay him $34 million, are you rolling him back out the rest of the year?
Yeah, it's fair. Or bigger question, do you want to pay him $34 million?
Pick one.
I mean, this is going to sound like a crazy comment, and I understand it is a crazy comment before I even say it, but would you rather pay Jalen Carter $35 million and have shoulder issues, or would you rather have paid Milton Williams $28 million and the dude's healthy? And now they're not the same caliber of player, but Milton's had a pretty damn good year there in New England.
And he was 27 years old.
My point is more, do the Eagles start to look at this like the Cowboys looked at Micah Parsons?
That's my question. This guy coming in and not playing a football for them and not being in shape, and now this.
Yeah, Milton's hurt too. It's true. But
and this is like a maintenance thing. This isn't really an injury. And you're missing a game or two in a stretch where you maybe have to have a game to win home field. I mean, it's very Drew Rosenhaus. I know Drew 40 years.
Yeah. I get it.
I know how he operates.
There's the business of football. This exists. It's a big thing, But again, I look to Monday because I'm no longer in the phase of like, you told me I got to get up the parade float in September. I did it. I got off it. I said, fuck it, I'm not on it anymore. But I did have a mentality of, if this team handles business, they're going back to the Super Bowl. Right now, I'm more week to week. You got to win. Let's win on Monday. You win on Monday, you put yourself in a good position again.
Great
all right?
position.
You lose on Monday, all right, we got big problems. Now we're going to be fighting. We're going to be scrapping. We're going to be doing the things that we need to do to try and, get in and do what we have to do or get a good seed or whatever the case may be. I mean, the pressure's kind of off the Eagles in terms of, not off it completely, but I don't know. I don't see the Cowboys winning 4 straight and the Eagles losing. The magic number's 3, and it can come by Eagles wins or Cowboy losses. So if we get 2 wins in the next 5 games and the Cowboys have 1 loss in the next 4 games, we're in. We win the East. So the magic number's 3, but you can get there by way of Eagle wins or Cowboy losses. So I'm looking at Monday with Carter. He's out and Lane's out. I mean, you win football games in the trenches. You're missing your 2 best trench players. So it's a big hit. But I think the Chargers are even more banged up. They're missing their 2 tackles. Their Trevor Penning has been a bust. They traded for him. Mekhi Becton hasn't really worked out for them.
Yeah, but you know what? They have 2 things you don't have. They have a really great defense, and they have a quarterback.
Quarterback's taking like 38 sacks this year. Because he's got no O-line. But
that's right.
I'm saying
he can throw his team out of trouble.
You can change the game, though. I mean, you can feast on that guy. Yeah. I mean, Jalen Phillips, Nolan Smith, Jalen Hunt, these dudes have to have a big game.
And they haven't. And now that's where I'm going here. Well, okay, so Jordan Davis had a pretty decent year.
Yeah, I agree.
Now that Jalen Carter's out, and this is where you earn your contract extension, if you show up big, you're the 13th pick in the draft.
Mm-hmm.
You want to really make $25 million a year? You carry the football team the next couple of weeks based on the year you've had also, and you step up and you're getting to the quarterback. Isn't this a prime moment for him where, get this, they didn't give him a contract extension. They picked a 5th-year option up. That's kind of like this. We really kind of like you. We want to do something with you, but you got to kind of show us more. I think that's what the 5th-year option is, because look what they did with Devontae. We not only kind of like you, here's a contract extension wrapped around the 5th-year option. We really like you.
Boy, Devontae, he took a pay cut, didn't he, Dan? He took a hometown deal.
He'll be an Eagle for the rest of his life.
I know, but home cooking, man. He could have got another $8 million a year.
But I heard him, and I believe him.
I'm not saying I don't believe him. I'm just saying he could have taken, a lot more money.
People always telling me that, I did a bad deal, but I have more money and more generational money than I'll ever have in my entire life. And I'm good. And I'm happy with it. And I'm okay with it. If you're okay with it, I think that's fucking fabulous, man. Good for you.
Enjoy, all right, Devontae, then enjoy the run first offense. I don't want to hear any bitching.
Hey, I'm just saying, there's no doubt. He took a $25 million. Bro, by next year, you're going to see wide receivers making $45 million. He took a $20 million pay cut.
Nah, 45. They're not going to get there, are they? What are they at right now?
Bro, they're at 42 with edge rushers.
What are they at with receivers?
I think Chase got 30, CD got 36.
36 million. Wow.
Okay.
Dude,
edge rushers are at 42 right now.
Who's the top paid wide receiver? Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase got 40.
Okay. So you're going to try to tell me in 2 years that thing's not 40?
You're right. You are at, what's Jackson Smith and Jigba going to get in a couple years?
Because you're going to be around $50 million. Dude, get this. And there's Devontae with a $25 million contract. This guy took a $25 million pay cut. I mean, you talk about the ultimate hometown cooking for a really great player.
AJ's 32. Garrett Wilson's 32.5. Come on.
Yeah, he just signed that contract, too.
Oh, DK Metcalf's making 33. DK Metcalf is not that guy.
Look at what I think Tyreek Hill's making 28.
Tyreek's 30.
30, okay.
Amon-Ra's 30. CeeDee Lamb's 34.
What's Jefferson?
35.
What's your biggest concern heading into this game against the Chargers?
Biggest concern is those two trench guys missing, man. You're missing Carter and you're missing Lane Johnson. And then you have a bad offense to boot,
Okay, with the players you have heading into this game and
Biggest
heading
concern
into
is
SoFi.
Offense versus that pass defense. I mean, if you're not able to run the ball, which they've only been able to run the ball really well in 1 out of 12 games so far with Saquon Barkley, how what's the way to move the ball here? I kind of have a weird feeling that Jalen's going to run the ball like crazy this week because he loves shutting up reports, and they were asking him about it, and he's like, I don't know where that report came from. I'm like, dude, look at your production. What do you mean the report where it come from? Look at your production since week 4. Your production on the ground is lower in the last 8 games than it was in the first 4. I mean, it's fallen off a cliff, his running production. But I think he's going to kind of attack that narrative a little bit and maybe run the ball a lot in this game. So we'll see that from Jalen. I think, look, I said it yesterday. Jalen's got to play like an MVP today or Monday. No more of this. I'm a part of the unit and we're risk averse. None of that. No. We're missing too many guys. We're not winning enough. We're not a good enough squad right now. There's too much at stake. Let's go, Jalen Hurts. MVP level performance. That's what we need. And if you're not going to give it to me, then I'll be Brian Pumper next week.
Hey, super chats go to the top. Hit that like button. All right, man. You know what? Hey, tell me something about your boy Nick. So let me get this right. So homeboy does a press conference. 2 minutes later, right after the presser, Jalen Carter fucking story drops. Vic did a press conference. Fucking he knew already that Carter was going to had the procedure on Monday. Come on, dog. I mean, that organization, and if we get a national story, it's either Ian Rappaport or it's Adam Schefter, whatever. We get him. He gives us a story. I mean, what the fuck's going on over there? How come they don't tell John or anybody any news or anything? They don't tell him anything
about this, but
they
I get
feed him
why.
dog shit.
Well,
and we're supposed to believe. I heard. Hey, listen, I got to tell you, John better be careful because when he said that, that's calling out the PR department.
I don't. What better be careful of what? Screw them.
Okay, like this. Wait a minute. You knew the guy was fucking injured. You mentioned it nowhere in your presser. And then you turned around and you let the players have to take the bullets in the locker room. That's set up by the PR fucking staff. The PR staff knew that Carter was injured. And they sent that coach out there knowing that, guess this, that the players, when the locker room got opened, were going to hear that and have to answer. So you let the players answer it? Why? That's up to the head coach. And look, I get Vic not doing it. It's not his job. Because he barely could say anything about personnel because he got shut down on that shit. Bro, I don't believe a fucking word they say.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. I mean, I know this about the team. They're the Gestapo. It's partly why. It's part. People are like, how are you feeling you're so mean to the team? I'm like, yeah, if you knew what I knew, you'd probably be pretty mean to them too. I don't really care about bashing them. I like the team. I like the Eagles brand. The owner will change, the players will change, the PR staff will change. Right now, the current regime of the Eagles, they ain't my favorite. And I'm talking about the top guys. So, fuck them. It is what it is. If I feel the need.
I actually like your owner.
I'm not a fan.
Well, wait. Well, since 2025, they've doubled up every team in the NFC East with playoff wins. They've been to Super Bowls. They've won games. I mean.
Yeah, I'm not talking.
I'll tell you what, compared to where you came from with Norman Bremen,
I'm not talking about their success, though.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
You're talking about
successful. I've never said the word successful. In fact, they're very successful. He's probably the second most successful owner in the 21st century outside of, Bob Kraft.
Yep.
So, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, they're tough to deal with, the team and the people up there. And when they call you and threaten you to fire Sileo because they call him an anti-Semite because they're mad at criticism of your Highness Howie Roseman. Yeah, I'm gonna punch back a little bit,
Hey, okay, so help me out on this. Why has it become this has been a great lesson this week, I think, for Eagle fans. And for your sports media in Philly. I have been listening to other shows, and I'm hearing this. You know what? Maybe Hurts isn't the guy. Maybe there's some issues in the guy's game, and maybe there is some. Why is that when you put that out there? Why is that so difficult to have? Why is that the most difficult conversation? Like this, I'll say this about Josh Allen. Too fucking reckless with the ball at times. He plays hero ball a little bit.
Are you trying to get me hate mail on the weekend?
Hold on here. Wait. And then how about this with Dak? When Dak's asked to throw too much, guy will turn the ball over. That's constructive criticism.
Why does everybody hate mail, man?
Take that as hate? I mean, all I've learned this week is that if you say boo
Dude, I've been listening to you talk about this for 5 years. I've always agreed with you to some extent. I think you've undersold him a little bit in some areas, but at the end of the day, Jalen does have his limit. This has been the book on him. It was the book on him coming out of college. A lot of times players don't really change from their initial scouting report. That happens a lot. Where you read something of a guy coming out and you're like, oh, same shit. He didn't move the ball. He got benched at Bama because he couldn't move the ball. I have PTSD from Bama? Yes, I do. Okay. I saw it up close and personal. So, yeah, I mean, it's a part of it. He's got limitations, but at the end of the day, you got to overcome them. It's not an excuse to me. Go win a game.
Do you think this football team could get back to elite status by the time the playoffs start?
No, but I think they can get to the Super Bowl.
Because of the NFC.
I'm not of the belief that AFC too. I'm not of the belief that there's an elite team in football right now.
I have no idea who's going to play in the game this year.
Like there was elite teams in the league last year. The Lions were an elite team.
Rams
were an elite team. Even the Vikings were an elite team last year.
14-3.
I mean, there was good teams. The Packers were a good team, not an elite team. Chiefs were an elite to me, but they were a great team. I mean, there was great teams last year. I don't see
Baltimore.
I can't say yet that this team's not going to the Super Bowl. I know it doesn't look like it right now, but like because
I don't think that's.
Yeah, I can't say it. I still have like a weird belief that they could get there. Now they got to play a little better, I think, than they have. But we'll see.
Do you think they have to get home field to get there?
No, they're not going to get home field. They might have home field their first playoff game or second playoff game, first and second maybe. They'll probably play two at home.
The Bears or the Rams.
Well, if they won out, maybe. But look, it's all Monday. If they lose Monday, you're going to be you're going to be looking at it way different.
Well, if the Bears lose to the Packers,
they're still
Sunday,
only 9-4.
They're 9-4.
We'd be
9-4. You'll be 9-4, and they have the tiebreaker over you. That's right.
But the Packers would be ahead of us with the division lead because they'd be 9-3-1.
They would be 9-3-1.
So we'd still be the 3 seed.
So would the Packers be up to 2? No, because they're a wild card.
When the Rams are going to win, the Cardinals have nobody. They don't even have Marvin Harrison Jr. this weekend.
They can never get higher than 4, the Packers. They can't get higher than 4 because they're not a division leader.
Well, if they will be if they beat the Bears.
No. Oh, that's right. If they beat the Packers, you're right.
Yeah.
Edwards Bears. Right. What about the 49ers hanging out there at 9-4?
Yeah, I think they deserve some credit. I mean, they haven't had a hard schedule, but everybody tells me the Eagles are 8-4. All right, well, they're 9-4. And they've had a lot more injuries than we have. I mean, they've lost arguably their 2 best players in Fred Warner. Fred Warner and Nick Bosa. I mean, they're prevailing pretty well, but I don't fear them, I'd actually love to get them early in the playoffs.
I think they're on a bye this week.
Yeah, they are. Late bye week for them.
It's Carolina, too.
Mad says Trey Lance on Monday will shock the world.
Trey Lance. There, one play Trey, I called him.
Nat, at least that'll be the best use of the 3 first-round picks that you guys sent. Is that the Trey Lance got a W over the Eagles?
Hey, I went back and took a look at what John said on the Kobe. What do you make of that?
What he said about Nakobe stinking? I get where he's coming from because he's looking at it as, unless he's a major value add on the field, doesn't make sense from a business perspective to put him out there. I mean, develop Campbell, and he's more versatile Campbell. So if Nakobe's not that great against the run, why is he out there? Now, I think John was a little harsh. I mean, I don't think Nakobe's been that bad. Come on, in one bad game where the whole defensive line got gashed for 281.
Well, now you're going where I'm going. Nakobe's playing back because the two guys in front of him are playing back.
That's what I mean. Go and rewatch the Bears game. Jalen Carter was 5 yards back the other way on half the running plays. I mean, I'm not putting that on Nakobe.
Don't you remember what happened in 23? The two defensive tackles, because they were so young, got worn out. Linebacker play was atrocious that year.
No, they didn't have to. They had like Nick
Morrow. They didn't have anybody, but they were getting blown up because the tackles in front of. I think that's more about the line play in front of that guy.
Yeah, well, that's how Nakobe buttered his bread at Georgia. Don't you remember? Same way. Same dudes up front helping him out, And look, he's got great instinct, but yeah, the last two games haven't been great, and the last two games for the D line haven't been great. So it makes sense. It all goes together.
Do you think this take is fair? They told AJ to shut the fuck up.
Who?
Pick him. He's been a mouse church or a church mouse. Thank you. He's been a church mouse. The last 3 weeks, has he not? Or since that meeting on the field?
Yeah, but the only time the offense scores is when they throw the ball to him.
I'm talking about he's making no waves.
Yeah, well, they disciplined him. They said no more. He said okay.
I think that's true.
Yeah, that is true.
Do you think? Oh, by the way, not seen in the Hard Knocks. He's been quiet and shit.
No, there's nobody was seen in that Hard Knocks outside of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, it was all fucking. Man, it was ready.
No, why wasn't CeeDee Lamb in it?
What?
Why wasn't CeeDee Lamb in it?
Okay,
it's a bad take by you.
I thought I saw CeeDee in that.
He was in the game. And they didn't sit him down and interview him for it.
Was there clips of AJ?
No. Well, AJ, yeah, in the game, but not much because the Eagles got their ass beat. Yeah, they're 0-2 in the Hard Knocks era.
Yeah, but the loudest guy in the Eagle locker room all year is the AJ 11, and it's so none of that.
Well, probably because he understood that. All right, this has become a net negative.
Maybe he didn't.
Let's be real here. There was a meeting with the owner. I mean, come on, they told them. The owner probably said, "AJ, you're right. Believe me, when I go to bed at night, I dream of a passing offense. But please, just don't upset your highness. All right?
Yeah. Make sure you bow at the fucking.
Don't upset your highness, Jalen Hurts. All right, underdog or Philadelphia in the chat will not be happy with you.
So Prince Hurts on Monday, you think has a big game? You think he throws for over 300
I didn't say
yards?
that. That's not what I said.
Okay.
You
think he has a big running game?
I do think he runs the ball more. I didn't say he's gonna have a big game. That was never my prediction.
Okay.
That is what that is what I believe he has to do. Believing somebody has to do something and then believing that they're going to actually do it are two different things. I think he's got to play like an MVP to overcome the adversity of the team and where they're falling short. That's what I think you ask of every great quarterback around the league. When the Dallas Cowboys had a crap defense, all the Eagles fans told me, "Oh, look at Dak." The expectation was what? That Dak Prescott would lift the team above the adversity and above the deficiencies of the football team. Why is that not the standard for the Eagles quarterback? Okay, we're missing a left-right tackle. Okay, our defense isn't that good. Okay, our offense. I don't care. Fucking lift it up. You're either great or we're not. You are in control of the narrative to some extent. I think Jalen has to play great. I don't think he's going to because this Chargers defense is excellent. And they're great, and they run a lot of zone. They're excellent against the pass. They got hitters in that secondary. They got players on the ball. They got those two cornerbacks that have multiple picks each. I mean, it's a tough game. But if the Eagles are going to win without Lane Johnson and Jalen Carter, then Jalen Carter better play good.
I told Greg Roman, I said, I texted him last night, the offensive coordinator of the Chargers. By the way, the Chargers follow me on X. I'm very good friends with many people in that organization still. I covered him for 5 years. I worked on their pre and post game show too, by the way. I told Greg Roman, I think Herbert's going to go for 285 and 4 touchdown passes on Monday.
No, he's not. He's got a fucking broken hand. He's going to have a stiff game too.
Okay.
He got no tackles and a broken hand. This guy's going to have a trash game.
What was the game that he had? Did he ever play against the Eagles before?
Justin Herbert's a fine talent. He's got a big arm and all those different things. He's not going to have a huge game on Monday.
Oh, he is.
No, he's not. I guarantee it.
Versus Eagles. What was that? What was that? 2021? Did he play? What was it? He threw for 356 yards and 84. Wait a minute. He had an 84% completion percentage, a career high, and he was 32 of 38 for 356.
Holy shit. When was that?
2021, November 7th. Oh, my God. We're almost like a month in a...
Dude, we had that stiff Jonathan Gannon as our coordinator. I don't know. That doesn't teach me shit. Who was our linebackers then? Nicholas Morrow?
He was 32 of 38.
That's
357 and 2 TDs with no picks.
32 or 38.
He had 3 TDs in the game. He had 1 rushing, too.
That's like Madden on easy mode. 32 of 38?
84%. You're right. He's a stiff.
2021, dude. That was Jonathan Gannon. I never called him a stiff. I said he's got a broken hand. He's not going to have a good game.
Oh, it's a left hand.
I don't care what it is.
You don't do anything with your left hand. Trust me.
What do you do? You hold the ball. What are you talking about? Don't do anything with your left hand.
Man. 84% completion percentage against the Eagles. He had 32 and 38. You're right. He's probably going to go for 182. Yeah, I told Greg Roman he's going to go for 285 and 4 TDs in this game on Monday night.
Let me look up what's going on with this game here. What's the spread on this thing?
I think it's 2.5.
Oh, it's down to 1.5.
Wow, that's quarter.
Look at silly out. like he just learned like he just learned breaking news.
Hold on, wait a minute. It was 3.5.
I don't know. This is what they're showing me on ESPN.
Hold on here.
Odds by DraftKings 1.5.
I still see 2.5.
Oh no, 2.5. I got 2.5. It says open 1.5, spread 2.5. What the fuck's the difference?
If it's 2.5, this is a pick'em game. This will be a pick'em game. Absolutely. By the way, Super Chats go to the top. Please hit the like button here. Hey, real quick, man. What do you got on Saturday?
Ooh.
Georgia, Bama.
Yeah, I got Bama. What are you talking about?
Do you think Georgia doesn't get it right? I need you to lose big. I need you to.
Oh no, I'm not gonna lie.
Actually, I need BYU to get destroyed.
If I wasn't an Alabama fan, I'd be picking Georgia. Alabama's wobbled in the last couple weeks. They didn't look that great in the Iron Bowl. Oklahoma beat them up pretty bad. Ty Simpson's been meh. I think Georgia's the better squad, but I'm gonna take Bama. Roll fucking Tide, baby.
I think Bama's resume is better. You know, I think they've had better. Don't you think they've had bigger wins than Georgia?
Who do I got? Alabama.
Nick.
Alabama.
What do you got?
Roll Tide, baby. Come on, Silz.
Texas Tech, BYU.
Snooze fest. Give me Texas Tech. Good defense.
Those other games blow.
Yeah.
Virginia, Duke. Give me a break. I'm praying for Duke to win.
Oh, wait.
I took that as a shot.
That was a shot. That was a shot. Wait, what do you think of Penn State? They're getting that Campbell guy.
I think that's a fucking great hire.
Why?
Because I think that guy's a great coach. He was pursued by every – dude, you know how many SEC teams wanted his ass? Many teams were pursuing him. And I think Matt Campbell's a good coach. I really do. I'll tell you what.
Anthony Beck loves him.
No. Well, he told me Beck told me he's a great coach. He thinks he's really knows his shit.
Well, his son, right?
Yeah. And I don't know. You could have done worse. How about this? USF hires Brian Hartline.
I know, that's a good hire.
Why didn't Penn State hire him?
Did you see Ohio State got the top wide receiver recruit? What's that kid's name? Carter something? What's that kid's name?
Oh, he's number 1, isn't he?
The number 1 receiver, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that kid's name? That kid's a stud, dude.
Where's he from? Texas?
Chris Henry.
Is he from Texas?
I don't know where he's from.
Texas had big recruits this year, dude. Big recruits.
Another number 1 receiver going to Ohio State.
Well, guess what? Well, because Brian Hartline was there, look at all the dudes he's put in the NFL. That guy's going to be the next head football coach at Ohio State, Brian Hartline. He's going to go to South Florida for 3 years. Day's going to get out of there, and they're going to put Brian Hartline, a true Ohio State guy, in that building. That's your next Ohio State head football coach.
I think if Bama were to fire Kalen DeBoer at any point in the next couple of years, Lane Kiffin's out of there at LSU.
You wouldn't put Debo? You wouldn't put Debo in there?
Dabo Swinney?
Yeah, you wouldn't put Dabo in there?
I like Dabo.
Dabo said something yesterday that was important. He went like this. He goes, I've got to embrace nil. And we're starting to embrace it now. And that was the first time he said that.
He's been holding up this thing.
He has.
Where he's like, I'm not doing it. And I get it, bro, but you're just going to get your ass beat. So he better not only embrace nil, he better go off on nil. I mean, enough is enough. I get it. His whole thing is like, I want my guys to get their, to have their scholarship start to finish, and I want them to graduate. I get it, but bro, don't hate the player, hate the game, brother. I mean, if you either want to play the game or you don't, you're going to get lapped. So that's why I wouldn't want Dabo. Lane Kiffin's out there playing the game. He's out there riding the horse, man. He's fucking a baller.
Riding a horse? He's riding like hot yoga. Yeah, hot yoga. All right, let's read some of these supers. By the way, hey, Mike North. He's been kind of like Big Silz of Chicago on the Bears.
Well, Caleb Williams is still playing like shit.
Not sold on him.
It's not that I'm not sold on him. It's that he's clearly has a long way to go in his development still.
Let's take a look at him for a minute here. Let's go over here to him.
Mike retweeted a stat the other day I saw on his X account. That was like, he's like second to JJ McCarthy in terms of like EPA per play or something like that. Let me look it up.
Let's see what he's on pace for right here. Let me take a look at this.
Let me look up Mike North and look at what he retweeted the other day.
So you tell me if you think this is a bad year. 3,800 yards, 3,856, 24 touchdowns, 7 picks. Isn't that Jalen Hurts?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and they're winning with the run game.
This guy's Jalen Hurts 2.0. Give me them dog shit stats that Hurts puts up. Run the ball, play D. We're ready to rock. Yeah. I think they're going to lose to the Packers too.
Whoa, Mike put out a tweet. He was watching Sopranos. I got to rewatch it. That's like the only TV show I'll waste my time on. I hate watching TV. Too much of a time waster for me.
I don't watch any of the lamestream TV. Dude, somebody asked me the other day, Silz, you see that show on Netflix? I went, are you fucking crazy? Zander, hey, wait a minute. You got to love this one. So Zander asked me, hey, I'll do that shit over the weekend again, but this time I'll try to send it to you first. I got to figure out how to send you those little clips because I'll do that over the weekend. I'll do 2 of them. What do you think? All right. You remember those clips?
Yeah.
I'll do 2. They did well. One of them got 25,000 views.
I know, but I got to figure out a way to get them.
So wait. So Zander goes, he gets the first one. And then I sent him another one. He goes, I can't get the other one. And he goes, did you change your settings? I go, and you should have seen me because we both started laughing. I could just tell. I'm like, are you fucking crazy changing?
I know, but
afraid to
it's
touch
weird because
anything.
the first one it let me download it from your X account, and then I tried to download the second one and it didn't come up.
I don't know why that would be.
And you can turn off in your settings whether people can download your videos or not. That's why I'm like, did Silz change something? But I know you didn't. Believe me, I felt weird sending the text. Caleb Williams is 40th out of 42 qualifying quarterbacks in adjusted completion percentage, which accounts for drops. He's one spot behind J.J. McCarthy, and he's ahead of Dylan Gabriel.
God, that's terrible.
I'm kind of over this nerd football shit, though, aren't you?
What do you mean?
Adjusted
the numbers and that
and all this DVOA. I'm like, all right, dude, can I just watch the games and give you my opinion on the damn games?
Okay, let's take the stats out of this. I'll show you something here. Let's take the stats out of this, and let's do this. Who's the best quarterback in 2025 right now? It's Drake May. I turn on the television. Watch this. I'm not even going to look at the numbers. I'm just looking at the names. Best quarterback I've seen this year so far play week to week, every week, has been Drake May.
Mine's Stafford, but I fair.
Who's the second guy? I'm going to go Stafford.
I'm putting Stafford 1, May 2. So we're at the same spot after 2.
Okay. Who's been now, again, folks, after 3 and 4, it starts to get a little
3 is Dak, 4 is Mahomes.
Dak. Turn on the TV. I watch. Yes, Dak. Turn on the TV. Who's the 4th best guy? Mahomes.
In my opinion, I think still Mahomes is still having a good year.
I'm going there. 5th best guy I've seen play this year.
This year?
Yeah.
Ugh.
Golf?
No.
Really?
No.
Love.
You could unfortunately make an argument for Love.
How about
Not
Nick?
Josh Allen. He's been too streaky.
How about Nix?
No.
Wait a minute. I'll show you something here. So Bo Nix is on pace for $4,000, 27 touchdowns, and 13 picks. Let me take a look at Jordan Love.
It's not Darnold either. It's probably Allen.
How about this one? Jordan Love, you're right, dude. $4,000, 27 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions.
Yeah, dude, he's cooking right now.
It's Love.
The Broncos are winning in spite of Nix.
I think so. Dude, it's Love.
Yeah.
It is Love 5. He's been I'm talking about tuning on the TV.
Yeah, it's Love. It's Love. It's probably Josh next.
Let's see Allen, where Allen is. See what he's doing here. Okay.
Allen, you can't look at stats on Allen, though.
No.
You can't because everyone just gives the turnovers. It's like, dude, if that guy's not Superman, that team below.
Turnovers are high. 14.
Well, because
I
why
know.
are the turnovers high?
I get it. No, you're right. When I tune on the TV, Allen's the guy. You know who I've been watching lately that I'm going like this? Back.
Who?
Joe Burrow.
Oh, well, obviously. Joe Burrow's a tremendous talent. He's a weird-ass dude, though.
That's okay. Look at your guy.
Yeah, he's weird, too.
Main thing.
I asked Joe Burrow about Lane Kiffin, and he had his response was the goofiest fucking response I've ever heard. It's like, all right, Joe, I know. Joe, cool. You're so cool, Joe. That dude's he's got an airhead. That head is filled with helium. I get it. You're a good player. I'm not saying he's not a good player. The head is filled with helium.
I don't care about that stuff, though.
I know you don't. Jalen's is too. Who are we kidding? Jalen's head's filled with helium.
I don't care about that either. I don't care about that
shit. I mean, Dak's head's filled with helium a little bit.
Of course they are. The only cool dude in the building that, believe it or not, the only guy that I think that Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, of all the attitudes, man, it's like you see him chirping at that Seattle Seahawks guy.
You don't like Baker's attitude?
No, I do. So get this. They sent me a clip, the Bucks. So he's walking out. You're in Seattle. His fan's chirping like this at him, Zander. He's chirping at us. He turns and looks at him. He goes, "Come on down here, you motherfucker. Come on down here and see what you're and his teammates love it because, he's he hangs out with the old line. They go to hockey. He loves hockey. He's always at Lightning games. Oh, he's a huge hockey fan.
Dude. Especially when you go to hockey in person. Hockey in person is so good. If you've never been to a hockey game, everybody, you should go. It's a great time.
My wife has been to more hockey games than NFL games.
Well, that's a hockey. I'd rather watch football from my couch. I'd rather watch hockey in person.
Let me tell you here. So my wife, one year when I was working TV, my wife went to every single home game of the Lightning, like every home game.
I thought your wife was from Texas.
She is from Texas, but we were living in Tampa.
She liked the Lightning?
No, she loves the Lightning. It's her favorite team.
She a Dallas Stars fan?
Not then. No, I don't think we went to a Stars. We went to a Mavericks when we were there. I don't think we went to a Dallas Stars game, but when we got to Tampa, we went. We were invited by the owner all the time. We went in the suites, bro. I saw the Eastern Conference Finals one year, 2011. Zander, I had Bobby Orr sitting next to me. I had Bobby Orr in the room, and your goaltender from the Miracle,
Jim Craig.
Jim's a friend. Jim took the picture.
I'm waiting for my signed Jim Craig jersey. I'll send you the jersey. You get it signed for me.
I'll tell you what. You send it to him. I'll give you his address.
I'm waiting on my Bro Door shit too. You're a liar.
Wait a minute.
You're a fucking liar. I've outed you as a liar.
You mean you want this?
Ooh, I'll take that. No.
No. You wait a minute. You mean you want the goaltender?
Is that a Stanley Cup puck signed by Bro Door?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take that.
See?
I'm gonna get a picture of you for the Monday. My first goalie mask when I played was the Bro Door mask. I had it for like 15 years.
I got this fucking thing out for you, ding dong. I don't care about this. I got thousands of pucks. Here. What else? I got Scott Stevens signed one too for me. That's mine. I love Stevens.
Stevens is sick.
Because when he knocked out Lindros, bro,
Yeah,
that was my screen. Hey, that was my screensaver on my computer for like years.
What's your screensaver on the computer I sent you?
Nothing. I don't touch nothing, man.
Here's Martin. Let's read some super chats, dude. You got North coming up.
How about this? He goes, look at this here. Here's your fucking puck, guy. Liar. There you go, Junior.
Zander, you're a fucking turncoat. What the fuck does that even mean, dude?
Let's do these supers, my friend. Hey, wait a minute.
Ace, what does that even mean, bro? I don't give a fuck that I don't fandom like you want me to fangirl. All right? I'm not a fangirl. You can be a fangirl, you dweeb. Bunch of professional athletes.
What's the over-under?
Shit.
What's the over-under? The camera doesn't work.
That's gotta work. Mike, if you're listening and your camera doesn't work,
there's gonna be a short one.
Here's Martin. Caleb is on pace for 4 yellow nails and a drag cut. Here's Pumper. The book of Hurts is 1 page, like his playbook. The brother can't read. Come on, Pump.
Come on, Pump.
Come on, Pump. Here's Jim Adams. Silz and Z, do you think the lack of conditioning that Carter came into the season with is the reason these injuries are popping up? I know he did play a shit ton of snaps in 24. I think it's the other way. I think actually he was not in shape because he can't because his damn shoulders are banged up. I don't know. Who knows?
I think it's wear and tear. Look, if he had a structural issue, I think we're talking more about but since it's more pain issue, I think how could the shoulders not have anything to do with conditioning?
What's up with these Georgia guys and these shoulders too, dude?
Bro, they're not ready to play in the NFL. Long years.
This dude Nolan's got a bum shoulder too. Put him on the milk carton, by the way.
Fuck, man. Oh my God, Nolan, man. And you know what? I like that kid. I do. I like him.
I mean, I like him, but I don't want to I want him to produce.
Man, I'll tell you
You're
what.
You're kind of getting soft. What?
No. You know what? No. I tell you what, man. I'll tell you. It must be tough dating you back in the day. Because what?
Tell my girl that now. She'll be like, "Yeah, you think?"
Hey, it must have been tough dating you back in the day. Because you know what? The guy wakes up in November and he really loves you. He gets in there in December and he's like, I don't think you're the chick.
No, that's not what I say. That's not what I said. I'm tough because I'm not a buttercup. All these dudes today, they be going to the pumpkin patches and all the bullshit. I don't do any of that bullshit.
The fucking pumpkin.
All these nerds, they simpletons.
Yeah,
Here's the Philly Ace. Are you the one who just called me a turncoat? Fuck you, my guy. So since football is a week-to-week league, doesn't it offset metrics? Because you see Giants beat the Eagles, Panthers. Giants beat Eagles, Panthers beat Rams. It shows anyone can lose.
Yes, absolutely. That's why 2 weeks ago, you can have one team where you think is really great. 2 weeks later, you think the team's a stiff. Look at the Cowboys. It's a week to week. Everyone gets on my shit every time when you go, 2 weeks ago, that team's good. 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks forward, they're not good. That's the league, dude. I mean, nobody's changing. Get this, Zander. You and me aren't changing our opinion. The team's performance are changing. What are we supposed to do? BM Reyes and then be a glazed donut for 17 weeks? You fucking crazy? How do you cover a team I know how he does. This guy looks up at everybody with a bib on.
Here's Pumper again. Y'all smoking some Jalen Hurts grade hashish up in there. Not going to act like JC didn't win the Rams game. Hurts and Slay sold that game. Blank check. You're giving him a blank check? That buddy's shoulders are cooked, Pump.
And his agent's making fucking business decisions.
This dude's getting his ass beat by Tyler Booker because his
Tyler
shoulders
Booker.
are cooked.
Tyler Booker, man.
Alabama.
And now you're playing a guy named what? Reese Young? What's the guy's name playing?
Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, Chuck. Thanks for reminding me, Chuck Hutton. I've changed it. It's no longer Hurts glaze anymore. Okay? It's Hurts syrup.
Hurts fucking syrup.
The syrup glaze is too. It's not pronounced enough. Syrup is like fucking gooey and shit. You're
pouring the Jalen syrup.
Yeah, that's what M. Rice and all these guys are doing. All the Jalen syrup, these dudes.
Holy
all right, here we go.
Shit.
Rodriguez, what's up, brother? Oh, Mike North's picture is working. Mike North has been taking it easy on the Philly fans. He's being all nice to him and shit. I hope he beats the shit out of him today because the Chicago Bears beat the brakes off the Eagles.
281 on the ground.
They made them their
Wait a minute. Mike's been kicking the shit out of the Bears, though.
Well, because I think he thinks Caleb ain't that good, and I agree. They're winning, but Caleb is meh. Here's Rodriguez. Wait, let me finish.
More the quarterback, right?
What's that?
I mean, it's more to coach.
Well, it's coach, it's scheme. Their defense, I mean, it's not that good of a defense, but they played well in spots. They did on, last week. I think their running game is, dominant in a way. And
I think their
coach is really good. I think the biggest thing I noticed in Chicago is more just like the human element side of the team. They're focused, they're committed, they're all bought into what Ben Johnson is selling.
Yeah,
that's what I noticed. But that goes a long way. I don't know if it'll take the shirt off.
I like the Dirt taking the shirt off in the fucking locker, man.
That was funny.
That was awesome.
Let me read these last three. All
right, go ahead.
I would have moved off Carter if I could have gotten Williams from the Jets. That dude is a stud. I don't know if I'd re-sign Davis either. He's not a 4-down guy. Davis is getting there though. You can't let them both go, dude. I'll tell you that.
No. I'm not letting Carter go either.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm having a come to Jesus conversation with him though, but I'm not getting. Listen. If you guys took the fact that you think I want, that's not what I said. It's not what I said. I just think this year, and I think they're making business decisions.
Here's Spurger King. What up, Spurger? 1-on-1, Lindros kicked Steven's ass, though, Silz. Yeah, Lindros was tough. I love
Eric Lindros. I really do.
Yeah, he's a beast, dude. Here's Pumper.
This is for you.
I don't believe that.
You can have this.
I'm
giving that
about that
on my fucking floor.
When is your ass going to get up and ship that?
No, you're going to have a FedEx guy come to my door and he's going to get it and you can have it.
I'm going to have to fly to California.
Anyway, if you want to get,
you filthy animal,
you want this fucking Brodeur puck, sign a championship
You told me that I was getting that puck when I went to Lake Placid 8 months ago.
Here it is. It sits right here. Right here.
Here's Martin Perez. Pumper is a Tanner Mice fan. I don't even know what that means. Here's the Philly. Hey, Zander, it's all love, brother. I just can't stand the Devils. Flyers in my squad. Appreciate you, the Phillies ace. I'm a Brodeur guy. East Coast says, hey, Silz, can you say Jahan Dotson and dual threat? By the way, Nick's interview is good. Nick's interview is good.
Dotson, how you doing?
All right, we got him all.
All right, man. Yeah. So Mike North's been kicking the shit out of his team. He goes, I'm not bought into them sons of bees. I don't know now. 281 on the ground. Yeah. And the Chicago Bears are now the #1 seed heading into the Packer game.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a good signature win for that team.
Oh, my God, was it?
That team didn't have a lot of great wins. That was a good win for that team. I mean, not only did they come to Philly and win, they beat us to a pulp. I mean, that score, I said immediately on the postgame show, the score of that game was not indicative of the actual game.
Nope.
I mean, if you told me the score of that game was 40-15, I'd have believed you.
Yep.
That's what it felt like. But
absolutely.
All right, so it's a good show, man.
All right,
I'll be listening to you and Mike, all right?
You got it, bro. Thank you, man. Love you, man.
Later, dude.